We'll go ahead and start just to give a couple opening statements. Just to thank you guys for coming. Really excited about being back out on the field today. Beautiful day, a lot of excitement going on in the program. As you guys can tell, finishing touches to the new practice facility are taking place. They're redoing the road out there. It's a beautiful facility, very excited about it. But mostly excited about our football team. We had a great first day, one of the better first days I've been around, just offensively, defensively, special teams. It was a clean practice. Guys know how to practice better. It was cleaner, it was faster, and we could just watch. Didn't have to coach as much, and that's a good feeling as a coach when you get to that spot. So every day, every play, we're trying to coach, but today, fortunately, on the first day, it was pretty clean. It wasn't a lot we had to say. So with that, I'll go ahead and just open up for questions.
Chris, some roster stuff. Trey Avery, what's the connection to him? How did he end up here? And where is Juwan Briscoe?
Juwan is still at home. Got some personal things he's taking care of at home. Trey Avery is a transfer that came in from Toledo. He's a guy that I knew about from my days back at Ohio State. We had recruited him. He'd been committed to us, and through some academic things, ended up at Toledo and decided that he wanted to leave Toledo. And got his release, reached out to us, and ended up here. Excited that he's here.
So you still, just to be clear, you still expect Briscoe at some point?
We hope to. Yeah. Yeah, we're not sure. He's taking care of some personal things at home. He was here all summer, had a good summer, but some things came up, and he's at home right now.
Quarterback, Chris, how did you split the first team reps on day one?
Well, Gio's the first team quarterback. Gio earned that right through his play this spring. Throughout the majority of the day, Gio took most of the reps with the ones. Kyle got a few reps with the ones also.
What do you look for week one from the quarterbacks?
Just to learn the offense, to be honest with you.
Chris, on the health front, are there guys you excited to have back that you didn't have in the spring? And then is anyone new missing for injury reasons?
Nobody new is missing for injury reasons. I mean, we had some of the guys hurt in the spring. Some of the ACL guys, obviously are not back out there yet. Most of the other guys are all back out there doing something. May not be completely 100%, but they're out there being able to participate in some capacity. So I feel pretty good about where we're at from a health standpoint. Some guys, again, are a little limited from something that may have happened this summer in summer workouts with, a muscle or tweak or something like that. But we're in pretty good shape right now.
But you mentioned a little bit, how much easier now at this point that you've seen these guys play in person the whole year? At this point last year, you'd only seen them in spring and obviously coaching against a few of them.
Well, we're a lot. I really feel like we're a completely different team right now. The guys that have been in the program, they've been developed, they understand the expectations, know how to practice, things are just cleaner and faster. But then you obviously look at the roster, we brought in quite a few new players, whether they're transfers or whether they're freshmen. And they've obviously added to our football team too, and I think they've done a great job of getting acclimated to what we want. They've done a great job of studying their playbooks, and they're on top of their stuff, at least for the first day. Didn't throw a lot at them on the first day. Been really impressed with the new players, how they handle the business. We brought the newcomers in a couple days early, so we've been working with them the last couple of days before the full team went today. And it was very beneficial. I got to know a lot about them too.
How's it changed things for you though, for what you're able to do? Obviously there's a different evaluation maybe last year than this year.
Not a lot different for me. I mean, I still go out there with the whistle and blow the whistle and tell them when to blow the horn, just the way practice is operated and the efficiency that we go from period 1 to period 18 with is a lot better. That's where the difference is. It's not any different for me. I don't put the pads on, and I'm not snapping the ball or throwing it. It's the players. And the players handle themselves and performed a lot better than day one. But still, it's day one. We don't have pads on and no one's going to the ground, so it's still day one.
Chris, when you're evaluating a freshman quarterback, how much does playing a team like Washington to open up the season factor into your evaluation?
No, it really doesn't. It's all about who gives us who we feel gives us the best opportunity to go out and perform to our best for the long term. Washington's Washington. We're on our schedule. We've got to play them. Whoever is the best player, at each position will be out there playing in that game.
Coach, as the practice fields get finished over here, when you first were introduced, you had a vision, obviously. Is this part of the vision that you're seeing with the new practice fields and what's going on now in year 2?
Absolutely. We want to build a high-performing program. We want to build one that's on par with a lot of other teams in this league. And with the new weight room that we've gotten from last season and the new practice field that we're getting right now, I think that practice field, I've been in a lot of places, a lot of campuses. A lot of NFL programs, I think it's second to none. Just aesthetically, for player safety, I think it's outstanding. And that's another piece that we need to be able to show players that we are committed to playing big-time football here. Facilities are really important. It helps in recruiting. It does help in player development. It helps for player safety. So there's so much that goes into it. Every day we talk about building this place to something that people don't think that we can do, and that's a big part of it. Nobody thought that could get done. Nobody, and there's been the same setup here for so many years, and it's just the way it was done. And to be able to add that component to the facilities is huge. It's huge for every part of our program and really our athletic department.
I was going to say, so how important is it for you to see that those changes, the weight room?
It's everything. I mean, because it shows commitment. We got to go coach, we got to go recruit, we got to develop, we got to go coach. And regardless of what the practice field looks like, we got to go coach them. But to be able to have our players go out there and practice on a safe environment, like they're in a safe environment, like they're going to in that practice field, and the eye appeal that it has for recruits and fans and people that come to Rutgers, that's the first thing they're going to see. And I think it's a wow. I think it's a showstopper, and they've done an outstanding job with it, better than I could have ever imagined.
Chris, how did Gio react when you brought in, whether said or through his actions, when you brought in Kyle Ball on an obvious challenge to his starting job?
He didn't really say much. I mean, it's business as usual for Gio. I mean, he's a cool cat, man, and he just he goes about doing his business as good as he can. And I think he was honestly, I think he was probably excited because it's competition, and we all know competition brings out the best in guys. But there was no real reaction. It wasn't like he was upset about it. He wasn't disappointed. He knows we need to do what we need to do to build a football team, and a lot of that has to do with competition. And he knows that competition is going to make him better. So just knowing Gio, again, he wasn't open about it, but I would assume that he's accepted it and embraced it and knows it's a part of him getting improvement and being the best he can be.
That being said, Chris, can you tell us a little bit about Kyle, what you like and what his ceiling might be?
I don't even want to go there and even. I can tell you what he's like. He's a really good kid. He's intelligent. He's mature. Loves the game of football. What his ceiling is, I couldn't even tell you. We've been out there with him now. We're on the third day of just helmets and balls. And again, until they put the full pads on, there's a chance he can get hit. That's when you really evaluate guys. But I can tell you, he's a great individual, tremendous worker, very intelligent. He's got great leadership skills. I can tell you that for sure. But to even make a comment about what his ceiling is or what he's like as a player, until we have more time to evaluate him, there's no reason to even make those comments.
What value, though, could the leadership play?
And
in what ways do you see it?
Well, I mean, you're talking about a mature guy that came from a winning program. He was well coached. He knows what it takes to be successful. He can help educate the others in the program, how to go out and just handle your business at a high level. And he's done that. I mean, he's had it, just in the short time he's been here, he's added huge value from that standpoint.
Is he a little different than the average transfer because he lost his job to the Heisman Trophy winner? I mean, not necessarily somebody who couldn't play at the school that he's coached?
No, I don't think so. I think most transfers transfer because of that. He is unique that he lost his job to a Heisman Trophy winner. Not many people can say that. That's rare company. So he is different from that standpoint. But I would say if you look at most transfers, there's a reason the guys transfer, whether it's because they lost a job, something just wasn't right, there in the program. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. Maybe just wanted something to experience something different. I've seen that happen also, but that's about it.
Chris, at linebacker, what are you looking for this camp? You have some guys getting healthier, and then you have some new freshmen that are going to compete for time.
I'm looking for guys that go out and be the best they can be. I mean, that's it. Guys that can, line up the defense, execute their calls, play really hard, or physical. We are bigger, right now today at linebacker than we were at any point last season. I think we've got more depth, and with throwing in some of the freshmen, we have more competition for at least 2 deep spots. And I'm really honestly, the number one thing I want to say to our linebackers are guys that will go play on special teams. We didn't have that last year. We'll be fine. I think they'll go and play fine on defense. I want linebackers to help us play on special teams, and I want to see that happen in training camp more so than anything else.
Rob Martin wearing green jersey, make anything out of that?
He has a green jersey.
Is it right now?
It's a green jersey. You know what a green jersey means.
Of course. So is he injured? Is there anything serious?
No. Like I mentioned earlier, some guys that had some issues in summer with either a strain or a pull or something like that, and Rob is limited right now because of things that happened this summer. But there's nothing serious, and shouldn't limit him for long.
What's the pecking order behind him, Gus? I saw doing some second team.
We're rotating a lot of guys. There is no pecking order, yet today. It usually starts with guys that have been in the program Gus Edwards got reps, Josh Hicks got reps, Trey Snead got reps, Charles Norway got reps. They all got reps, and it's kind of like the quarterback position. Until you can get the pads on and really have some contact, you really don't know what you have yet at running back. They all look good in helmet-only practices.
Chris, if your guys have improved exponentially, as you said, in just how to.
I didn't say that, but I said they've
A
improved
lot.
a lot. Yeah.
and just how to practice.
Just messing with you.
It's quite all right, I can take it. Is it possible to quantify, like, still how much more you need? I mean, if you can compare it to last year, it's still.
Yeah, I mean, we're way further ahead than last year, but where we need to go, we've got so far to go still. It's day one. You can't really measure a lot of improvement after day one. We look different, it feels different on day one, but it's going to take 2, 3, 4 weeks, and it's going to take until we play games to really feel like we've improved it and see to what level. But from my opinion, we have improved, but we've got so far to go still. As long as we keep going in the right direction, that's what's important. And then when we get to games, do we look better, play better? Are we more physical? Can we play 4 quarters with people? That's what I'm looking for.
Just a lot of things have happened off the field to change the narrative around the program. How important is this season, in your opinion, to erase 2-10, to erase 78-0, to people's minds show progress and what's going on with this program?
Well, first thing I'll tell you is I don't really care what happened last year. I mean, a lot of fans and media talk about it. I mentioned this at the media day. We wiped it out of our system, and we're moving forward. We're a lot better today because of what we went through last year. The adversity either brings you together or tears you apart, and it brought our football team together. So I feel like we're better from that standpoint. Every year is important, but we need to go out and we need to play better football, and that's it. We've trained it better. Our bodies look better. It's all an effort to make them better football players. We need to become better football players and a better football team, and that means going out and being more competitive. That means going out and winning more games. I understand that's our job, and that's what we have to do. So from that standpoint, every season is important, and just because of what happened last year, whether we were 10-2 or 2-10, it doesn't determine what this year is going to be. But at the end of the day, I get that this is a results-based business. Our focus is how we get those results, and we do want to be more competitive, and we do want to win more games.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.